What's up, ladies and gentlemen, the Internet Holiday here, bringing you guys another video here today. Today, I'm doing the classic commentary that you guys have, if you've been on my channel ever since the beginning, you've seen many times before, but I haven't really done it over the years, but I decided to bring it back just for this video. And today I have a topic to talk about that I feel like a lot of people can relate to, and it is why Black Ops 3 did not meet eSport expectations this year. This is kind of a pretty discussed topic overall. There's definitely an opinion to it. I'm sure you guys may agree or disagree with what I'm about to just tell you, but I figured I'd just discuss what I believe has been the problem this year for Black Ops 3 and what they can work on in Infinite Warfare to kind of revive Call of Duty eSports, because definitely since Black Ops 2, Call of Duty eSports has been dead. So let's first discuss with the events. Now, in this year in Black Ops 3, there's only been 2 open events so far. There's going to be a third one. You had South Carolina back in February. You had Anaheim beginning of June, and then you're going to have Orlando at the beginning of August. And then you have Champs, which will be early September, which I think is going to be open for the AMs as well, but I'm not positive on that. That's only 3 open events. You look back at Advanced Warfare, you had Columbus, Orlando, California, Washington D.C., and New Orleans. That's 5 open events right there. Not to mention like the invite-only events as well, like Gfinity and the MLG Pro League and stuff like that. Whereas even this year, there hasn't even been that many pro invite events. There's been maybe 3 at most. So when you don't have events made like for people to want to compete at, there's really like no, like, why do people want to compete? There's so many players who I met who are just like, yeah, I don't want to compete because there's like no events, nothing to work for, and it's really annoying because like that's what people want to do. They don't just play competitive just to play competitive. They want to play so they attend events and they can brag to their friends about their placings and stuff like that. But it's unfortunate. Another problem I have that I think a lot of people can relate to this year is the PlayStation 4. Now, when they announced that competitive Call of Duty was going to be on the PlayStation 4, I was a bit skeptical on that. One, because I'm an Xbox guy and I really did not want to have to go out and get a PlayStation just to play competitive. But I didn't realize this at the time, and a lot of people didn't until the actual event, MLG or UMG South Carolina, was the Bluetooth in the controllers. Now, the only way the controller talks to the console is through a Bluetooth connection. If you plug a wire in and remove the Bluetooth, the controller doesn't even talk to the console and stuff like that. So you're constantly playing on wireless. And at events, when you have hundreds of players in the room with wireless controllers connecting, you get your character spinning all out of control and slow turn and all that stuff. So really, no one wants to go to events either if they're gonna have this problem. Like, I know they kind of fixed it at Anaheim with the Cronus Max, but you still had to deal with slow turn, and you also had to deal, like, they're probably gonna have to deal with that at Orlando as well, but not like positive. Whereas like on the Xbox, it was a legit wired controller, like no problems whatsoever, and like that was the end of it. But like, unless, and the only way this can get fixed is if PlayStation like fixes it themselves, and I think that's gonna be like, I doubt Sony's gonna actually do that. I mean, Microsoft is being idiots, and they're gonna go put PlayStation in, or not PlayStation, they're gonna put Bluetooth in their consoles as well. So in terms of the console gameplay with the Bluetooth, like, you can't really do that. But that's really something that, like, Treyarch or Activision, who's running the competitive, there's not much they can do about that. I mean, they tried with the Cronus Maxes, but really you just have to hope that PlayStation can support it and stuff like that. Other than that, like, Black Ops 3 itself is not like a bad game in my opinion. I mean, sure, people would be fine without the specialists or the wall running or stuff like that, but every COD is going to have its flaws. I know a lot of people did not enjoy the Advanced Warfare movement, a lot of people didn't enjoy Ghost Respawn, but like, Black Ops 3 is definitely a good game, and definitely playing this game on land was good as well. It's just the problems with the way it's being run and the lack of events and the problems with the PlayStation. It's like, this hasn't been a good year for people's expectations. Now, I know also like the pros have been complaining a lot just about the way the CWL has been ran, and there's really not much I can say about the CWL because I'm not in the CWL, but I know there's been like a ton of pro teams have been getting free wins against Optic, the powerhouse this year in Black Ops 3, and a lot of those players too are saying we rather legit be Optic than get a forfeited win on it. I know Complexity got 2 free wins one day because both the teams couldn't connect and stuff like that, and I've seen all the pros complaining about how this year has been ran and everything, and it's definitely frustrating because those pros are relying on like the CWL and stuff to make some money, and the CWL promised them a bunch of stuff, but they're not really following through with it, which is really unfortunate. I mean, I would hate to be in their shoes right now, but that's just how it's going this year. So really, what can like people do what can like Infinity Ward, eSports League, like all those companies do so that Call of Duty eSports this next year is going to be really good? And I think the main thing that's going to need to do is just have good support. ESL's definitely, like, they just started running it this year, so it kind of makes sense that like they're not like on top page with it because they're still working on it. But for this next year, like, people really are gonna want Infinite Warfare to be like a top like game, like to make it as good as Black Ops 2 was. And to be honest, I don't think, like, a lot of people say let's just go back to the days of this, when really you never are gonna go back to the days. Like, there's probably never gonna be a Call of Duty as good as Black Ops 2. There's probably like everything. It seems like everything never gets better. It's always like people. But the thing is also people don't enjoy like what's going on like so far. Like they during Black Ops 2, everyone's like, oh, I can't wait for Ghosts and stuff like that. But if they're willing to just put in the work and just deal with it, then I think we can make Infinite Warfare a good game. That's definitely it. So that's really all I have to talk about. I'm gonna just cut the video out right now. I'm sure you guys have been enjoying this Scrims gameplay, but I want to hear what you guys think about it. So comment on this video to tell me your opinion on how Black Ops 3 has been this year, both as a gameplay perspective and just the way it's been run eSport perspective. I'd love to hear your opinion. But be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, favorite it if you really enjoyed it, comment on anything, like any opinion you have on this matter. Be sure to subscribe for some more Call of Duty and eSport videos. Also, I just made a second YouTube channel that I'm doing Let's Plays on. So if you are interested in watching some Let's Plays, be sure to go subscribe over there. I'll put the new channel in the description below. But yeah, that's going to be it. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'm